if you can be grateful in advance or in the present moment for a perceived reality of where you want to shift things to, that gratitude is the strongest attracting force in the universe. It's coming from love, because that will shift things so much faster. It will shift them personally, it will shift them globally. So before we get into the larger manifestation, I just want to describe a bit more of the model so you can understand how it works, and so you can use this to design your own in the future. Oh, I'm so happy to help you, Alyssa. Thank you so much for your words. I'm really happy it helped you have that release. So a few other principles of manifestation. So there's infinite realities, dimensions, and timelines, infinite parallel worlds. And given that knowledge, whether you look at physicists or mystics, if there's an infinite something, there's an infinite you. Some of you have 5 fingers, some of you have 4. Some of you are in a world where this phenomenon is occurring. Some of you live in a world where it's not. Some of you live in a world where, I don't want to be so intense that there's 2 suns, but that there's a slight change. Maybe say you're 1 millimeter taller, right? So there are these incremental small changes. And so when you look at magic under a microscope, whether it's energy healing, intention experiments, and I mentioned earlier how to find the research. If you'd like a ton of science on this, just comment below and I can post that after the video. So as you focus on the things that you want shifted, that you believe could be shifted, you're shifting realities, timelines, dimensions, and you're shifting the organization of consciousness that affects the organization of energy, that affects the organization of matter. Yeah, there's many levels, many layers of Shen, prana, chi, quantum particle probabilities, electrons, protons, neutrons, atoms, molecules, people, groups, events, things like that. But it's all connected. This is not just Wu Mumbo Jumbo. And so as you're focusing on a shift, you're sending out stuff to move things in a certain direction. So yeah, a lot of people are sending out stuff of panic and hysteria. So you're tempering that. And you might think, well, what's a glass of water on top of a burning house? Well, for every single time you do this, for every person who does this, that's an extra glass of water. And I bet if you had 100,000 glasses of water, you could probably put out a burning house. You might have to be strategic about it, but you probably could. Now, if it's a big mansion with 85 bedrooms, then you might need more water than that. But I think for the average house, and just considering that you're doing this with intention. If somebody's fearful or intense or hysteric or panicky, and they're contributing to mass hysteria in whatever ways, if they're not intending to do that, there's not a lot of force. There's correlation and there's some causation, but you intentionally raising your awareness, keeping focused, choosing to enact a ritual, a meditation, a practice where you send out waves of possibility to shift the equations of probability, you're doing the work of 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 100, 1,000 glasses of water. And the more we do this work together, the more we amplify that effect. Shared intention of a similar group, doesn't matter if they're in the same space or not, space can help, but collective intention experiments from different locations have worked very, very well. And again, if you'd like the research, just post the question, I'll post it after this. So as we're all doing this work, and as so many groups of shamans and healers and light workers around the world are doing this work, we're all amplifying and supporting each other. And again, if you watch this video at the beginning practice and the one I'm about to do, each time you want to do it, that can help anchor things in, so definitely bookmark it. So I have a quick question here before I go on. Do you have any words to the youth? Like my daughter, she is 15 and scared of death. I feel that that is a topic which could affect a lot of us, a fear of death. And I feel that it's an anchor point for the world at large and relevant to the ritual at hand. So I'm going to include it. And I'm actually going to start things off so we can shift back into the work by going in reverse order from bottom up. And so death will be, yeah, much love, thank you. Death will be a topic of the root chakra as we move up, clearing different things for ourselves and the world.